is Chris Holm, and I'm originally from Duluth, Minnesota, where I was born and raised. And I came to Japan here about 30 years ago. I live in a place called Zama, which is not too far from Zama military base. And Zama is not too far from Yokohama in Kanagawa Prefecture, and Yokohama is not too far from Tokyo. I think everybody pretty much knows where Tokyo is. And I teach at an all-boys high school, Catholic school, junior high and high school. And I teach junior high school boys and high school boys. I teach English to returnees, international students who've been abroad in various countries for a number of years, but have come back to Japan, and but they would like to keep up with their English. And that's what I do on a full-time basis. I'm married to a Japanese woman, and we have enjoyed, up until the COVID pandemic hit Japan, we enjoyed traveling to Bangkok, Thailand. The most influential person in my life would have to be Pastor Larry, but don't tell him. Okay, I don't want him to get carried away. But I remember about 40 years ago, I was in love with the Lord, and I was living in Duluth, and this was before I heard about Kenneth Hagin, and I was reading the scriptures and realized that what I was reading was quite different from what I was hearing in church. And I started a youth group way back then, and it was growing quite rapidly. And I was suddenly, the elders of the people I looked up to, the elders of the church, took me to task, said what I was believing was heresy. So I was shocked because these people were quite influential in my life, and I was heartbroken. So I left, moved to Oklahoma because I had a cousin in Oklahoma at the time. And I attended FCF a few times, Faith Christian Fellowship. And I remember being invited over to have dinner at one of the members' homes, and they asked me if I would play the piano. So I said, okay, I'll play the piano. And Pastor Larry, was over for dinner, and we had never met. And I was sitting at the piano, and had just finished playing, and he came over and he put his hand on my shoulder, and he whispered in my ear, and he said, if you spend just a little more time in prayer, everything will be okay. And then he walked away. And those words, I never forgot those words. And those words followed me. I was backslidden for 40 years. Those words followed me in my darkest moments. And when, and I always thought about coming back to the Lord. I was terribly backslidden. Always thought about coming back to the Lord. But I said, this, I know I'm going to backslide again. Even if I go back to the Lord, I need something that will prevent me from doing that. And so then I started looking up when the internet came into being. I started looking up Larry Huggins on the internet and found him. So I've been actually stalking him for a number of years, and finally he started Z Church. Found out about Z Church, right? So I thought, well, what an opportunity!